I love great conversations. Hi, my name is Angel Jones. Thank you for joining me on 12-Minute Convos, where I help you create a brand of your own unique real self. Listen in as I have conversations with amazing people from all over the world. Good night, Dr. Shelley A Stravitz. How are you doing on this wonderful, beautiful night?
Oh, I'm feeling so blessed this evening.
That's wonderful. What part
Truly I
of the
am.
world are you in right now?
I'm in Los Angeles, California, where the fires are.
Okay. Are you okay?
hmm As of this morning, we are. Yes.
Wonderful. Glad to hear that.
We are just, prayers are answered, and we are just so grateful.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
hmm
Well, my friend, do tell us which
hmm
of your talents is responsible for us connecting at this time.
Well, I am a member of the Evolutionary Business Council, and so I was delighted to join you to reach your goals. I'm always very, very pleased if I can be of service in any way.
I appreciate that tremendously.
hmm
Ooh, the
hmm
Evolutionary Business Council has stepped
hmm
in at the end of this goal to definitely bring a different model of energy, a unique energy,
Ah,
if you would. And I'm enjoying it tremendously.
yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
That's great. We are. It's as if we are all the tribe or family that we have always been meant to be part of.
Yeah, really
You meet
amazing.
you
I had
meet
Robert on
so.
just before, like,
Oh
well,
yes.
not just, well, a
hmm
bit before Robert Clancy. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Sure, Albert. Wonders what a beautiful soul.
yeah, yeah.
hmm
Now I have
hmm
Dr. Shelley. Well, I mean, do tell us a bit more of what you do, Dr. Shelley.
Well, for the last more than 25 years, I've been working with parents and clinicians and educators across the US and worldwide. And we have been um, educating, supporting, collaborating, and creating optimal outcomes for children with autism spectrum disorders, which can be as well ADD, ADHD, and learning disorders. And after 25 years, we did a very extensive, what's called a mixed methods health evaluation research with all the stakeholders. And in every case, I never worked with any of the children except my own. And every one of them, where the parents led their intervention, worked with a clinician if necessary, and every one of the children had, according to research, an optimal outcome.
Wow,
They're all out there in the world being their unique, creative, reflective, loving social selves.
wow, well done.
Yes,
Wow.
and I never met them until now. They're all in their early 20s, let's say, somewhere around there. So when they come through my town, their parents tell them to be in touch, or they'll be in touch with me on LinkedIn. It's it's just tremendous fun when I know from the beginning that every single one of them was severely autistic, and I would say 90% were told they would never speak. And
Wow.
they were also told that, and I know a lot about the diagnostics, that they were either mentally retarded or severely mentally retarded. And I will say there isn't a single one of them that some of them are near genius and they're so bright. They make connections that just would well, it wouldn't shock me or any of the parents I've worked with, but most young adults don't make those kind of connections today.
Wow. Well, where's the best place for someone to connect?
Well, we are on the basis of that research. We asked the stakeholders we asked a lot of questions, but one of them was, what do you feel the next steps should be for this program? And throughout the entire group of stakeholders, which was clinicians and educators and mommies and daddies and family members and autism interventionists. Every one of them in their own way said, get this out there, put it in the hands of families as widely as you can. And so what I have been doing for the last couple of years is developing it's called, our trademark is Parents as Partners, the Autism Education and Change Network. And we are about to launch over 42 multimedia foundational classes, information that every one of the parents that I've ever worked with found very, very useful. And we are in the US a 501(c) nonprofit. So every one of these classes is completely free access, totally downloadable, because I know that if you're a parent of a child on this spectrum, you don't have time to read a book or even read an article. So we want, for any parent who wants what we have demonstrated for 25 years can be accomplished, it'll be there for them, and all they have to do is roll up their sleeves.
That's amazing. So this is going to be an online offering, right? Do you have the website set up where they can access this?
The website is up right now. It is being edited.
Right.
And then probably in January, we will begin to load the classes.
All right.
Right.
What's the website?
The website is www.parentsaspartners.com. And you can see it now. It's just, you'll see it change.
Yeah, most definitely.
But there are videos so that parents and family members and educators, even clinicians, can listen to it's a very robust site. And on top of it, within each class, parents, there's a section where parents can ask me questions directly about the class. And since if it's 42 classes, I'll be answering 84 questions a week. Wow. And all of them will go into an ongoing archive within each class.
Well, again,
so the information will grow. I wish I could, but I unfortunately cannot answer specific questions because ethically, I would need to do a reasonable intake and understand the child and so on. But in this way, parents are going to learn to understand their children because that's what parents have been doing for 25 years. Again, I wasn't there.
Yeah.
Except with my own. I was with my own.
Well done again, my friend. I'm glad that you're doing what you're doing, and you would definitely feel the passion of what you bring to the table.
I think I've been led, in all honesty. My life has been leading me towards this, and I live in gratitude. I live in a because I do such miracle work. I live in a state of love, and I'm so grateful for whether you say God or the universe or source or spirit. This is not a religious feeling. It's a sense of true connection with what creates our universe. And in all honesty, quantum physics agrees.
Dr. Shelley, my friend,
yes.
Let's switch gears for a moment now.
Sure.
Let me invite you into my time machine that is surrounded with beautiful, warm, blue Caribbean water. I'd like to know, Dr. Shelley, what is your earliest childhood memory?
I was 3 years old, and we were on vacation, family vacation in Florida. And I got bitten by a shrimp, I guess, and apparently I was allergic to that. That's my earliest childhood memory.
Wow. How old do you think you were?
3 years old.
Why do you think this memory is so clear?
It's just, I'm trying to separate, let's say, what I may have seen on family videos. And so this I know is the earliest memory I'm aware of.
How do you see that memory connecting to who you are today?
Well, I would have to say, given just the course of my life, that whether it was that little incident and discovering there was a little allergy I didn't know about, or um, being told 4 different times that I would never walk again, I really have come to a very comfortable place of knowing that every every step has been part of my soul's journey. And it seems to me as I reflect back that if you look at that one little incident, because I was a very healthy child, um, maybe I can remember that as maybe the first time being aware that there was anything that in fact, or not in fact, but did cause some pain. And I don't remember, I just remember it happening. I don't remember it being anything that held me back. And I have learned through each of, some people might call them challenges, that I never ask why. Never ask why. I only wonder and reflect and go deeper into wondering why, what I am to grow or learn from the experience. And I, by the way, if we were on video, you'd see me walking.
Wow, that's amazing. Well, you said that
Right.
they recorded this via video, right? When this happened with you, did
No,
you?
no,
Okay.
no. I said I could tell you earlier things,
Yeah.
but they were on,
Oh,
movie
understood.
camera.
Understood.
But what I remember, the first thing I remember,
Yeah.
is that.
Well,
I
can I
don't know.
offer an interpretation to the thought picture you created in my mind?
Of course,
I do love just
absolutely.
that. It's very simple. I mean, I do not connect anything from the being bitten. Other than, of course, you've helped so many other people, despite what you went through. But it is intriguing to me that you are doing the video, the 42 videos now,
Mm,
and the value that goes with that. You said
mm.
you just slipped it in there. The other things that are there are the things that were done on video, right? Or that were video recorded. And I just
No,
found it.
there are videos, but there are also, on our site, there are MP3s and transcripts and worksheets and attachments that we've developed. Well, I've developed. um, the videos that are up now will help people to understand why the site is created, has to do with a moment in my life where for our child there was no hope. And I looked at my husband. I never make deals with spirit, but I looked at my husband and I said, if I ever find, this is like 27 years ago, if I ever find one drop of hope, I will make sure that there will never be a family, ever, anywhere, who cannot access hope. And I feel that in my cells when I say that, which to me is communication with the universe. I didn't start out helping parents recover their children as Dr. Shelley. We just reached a point where we were doing it, and parents kept bumping up against doctors telling them things to do. And so I thought, well, okay, well, if you need me to be a doctor, I went, and 12 years later, I'm a doctor. While I continued to consult with 8 to 12 families a day.
Wow. Yeah, well, I'll tell you, my friend, one
Mm,
thing. I do love to connect dots. And
mm,
and to me, it's, again, the
mm,
value that you've shown to the world is the value in having such things being recorded, such things
mm,
being accessible to many more.
mm.
Because there's one Gail, right? Sorry, my apologies. There's one Dr. Shelley, if you would,
Yeah,
who is
yes.
there. But to see
Mm,
you just simply interacting gently with the idea of There are other memories, but they were recorded. They were archived, if you would. They're there,
Mm,
right? In a format that's accessible. Just to see that and how that connects to who you are today and
mm,
the effects that you're going to have on so many other people because of that is just
yes,
intriguing to me.
yes.
Does that make
We also,
sense?
it does. I actually do believe that my own experiences of having to heal, because I did have to heal myself. Medical science did not have, they knew what was wrong, but did not have answers. And in the process of doing that, I think that was where I was taught or given the opportunity to learn what was going to help me to then actually save our child's life when he was born. He was not supposed to survive. I I didn't really knew I did not know what to do, but when we were told he would not survive, out of nowhere a voice came out of my mouth saying, "Well, then get out of my way." And um, not only did he survive, but he truly thrived. And the doctors had no explanation. Of course, I do. And of course, and again, none of this has happened without putting in some strong effort and hard work, but without fear. Just knowing that I'm in each opportunity for myself and every family I've ever worked with, that they're doing their best, not my best, not their best, because I have such a deep faith in the human spirit. And when I think about the children I've already worked with, and remember, I didn't work with them, I worked with their parents, but the key here really is the parents called me because they felt that the child was doing so poorly. We had one phone conversation. And then the next time, and it wasn't about the child, and the next time we spoke, they told me that they'd seen changes in their child, positive changes in their child. So, is it an issue with the child, or is it an opportunity to learn what we're capable of? Because that's all we did. We just calmed the first session. I just calmed everybody's fear. And then they can access the. I mean, they're calling me because they deeply love their child,
Well,
and that's
Dr.
where
Sheila,
healing
I'd,
starts.
I'd really
Mm.
like to know, my friend, if we fast forwarded to when you were
Yeah.
12 years old, what was your favorite
Mm.
song?
Oh, 12 years old. I don't know that I would know. I would tell you though that I loved Broadway music. I lived in New York then, and I loved Broadway music.
Okay.
I'm, you know,
Do you remember
you
one
know,
song that pops up?
oh, they all do. But I can, let's see, that was at 12. Oh, I remember, let's think of something more popular. When I was 12, probably it was Sealed with a Kiss.
All right, all right. Well, my
Comes to
friend,
mind.
we've now
Hmm.
arrived at our destination. But before we get off of this time machine, there's a small declaration form. So it's yes or no, possibly a bit more. We're going to move pretty quickly here. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Dr. Sheila, have you chosen someone to pass on your skills to?
Um, Not yet.
Are you married?
Yes, I am.
Well, do you have other children than the child you spoke of?
Yes.
Do you
Yes, I do.
believe in God?
Yes, I do.
Do you have an inner circle of friends?
I'm sorry. Would you
Sure,
repeat?
sure, no problem. Do you have an inner circle of friends?
Yes.
Do you
Yes, of
watch?
course they're all
Okay.
over the place though.
Do you watch TV for more than 3 hours a day?
No.
How about 3 hours a week?
Oh, sure. Yeah, we watch movies together.
What
We're
about
married.
yeah, what about screen time, the phone and or the computer? Is it more than 8
Um,
or less than 8 hours a day?
only because I am launching this website.
Okay.
Am I at the computer? I control. I don't use my cell phone for speaking on, and I do not use anything after 6 o'clock. and I control the times of the day when I will interact. I limit it on any social media. It takes too much away from what you can bring to the world and to people.
Dr. Shelley, if you had to share with us your own unique real statement, a statement that represents who you are, what would you say that is?
Well, I'm going to borrow one actually from the late and wonderful Dr. Wayne Dyer. And that is, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change.
I love it. Well, Dr. Sheila, this has been a great pleasure. Before you leave, is there anything else you'd like to share with our amazing audience?
I would honestly say, having lived the life I have, that I believe that there is nothing that's of true value to you that you cannot accomplish. When you come from a place of comfort and love and acceptance and non-judgment, the rest of it stops you. And without it, you're released.
Dr. Sheila, again, this has been a great pleasure. Thank you, my friend,
Same
for being
here.
on What is Inspired by 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones.
So lovely and wonderful to be here with you today. Thank you so much, Angel.
You're welcome.
I look forward to speaking to you another time.
Thank you for being on 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones. Stay tuned for more from our advertisers.
Diabetes is a mountain pandemic. It's a disease that's not acute but chronic. Similar to this rhyming method, I have simplified the definition, the signs and symptoms, and the complications of diabetes for both adults and children in my books, Poems for Patients, A Focus on Diabetes, and The ABCs of Diabetes for Children. These books are available on Amazon.com, and for more information, you can visit my website, poemsbyaj.com. That's poemsbyaj.com.